national artists for literature. First up, we have Francisco Arcellana. Francisco Arcellana was proclaimed as a national artist by President Corazon Aquino on June 23, 1990. He is from Quezon, and he is one of the proponents of modern Filipino short story that uses English and lyrical prose poetic approach. And some of his works are Death in a Factory, A Clown Remembers, Frankie, Lena, and The Other Woman. And a stanza from The Other Woman reads, I know her name, I have called to her, but she does not hear, she will not listen. I call to her, but she does not come. The Lord is my shepherd, but I want. Up next, we have Edith Tiempo. Edith Tiempo was conferred the National Artist for Literature in the year 1999. She was born in Quezon City but later became a resident of Kawit, Cavite. She also produced remarkable short stories and poems that highlight morality over the past 50 years. And some of her works were The Littlest Marmoset and Bonsai. And a stanza from The Littlest Marmoset reads, Till seashells are broken pieces from God's own bright teeth, and life and love are real, things you can run and, breathless, hand over to the merest child. Third on the list is Bienvenido Lumbera. In the year 2006, he was proclaimed as a national artist for literature. He is a native from Lipas City, Batangas, and introduced and pioneered bagay poetry together with his colleagues Rolando Tino, Jose Lacab, Antonio Samson, and Edmundo Martinez. And some of his works are Likhang Dila, Likhang Diwa, Apat na Dulang May Musika, Pakikiramay, and Sariling Bayan. Up next, we have NVM Gonzalez. In the year 1997, he was proclaimed as a national artist for literature. He is from Quezon City, and he used the English language in expressing and shaping the culture and sensibility of the Filipino people and the country. And some of his notable works are The Winds of April, Work on the Mountain, 7 Hills Away, and The Bread of Salt and Other Stories. We also have Virgilio Almario. Virgilio was conferred as a National Artist for Literature in June 25, 2013. He is from Bulacan, and he is prominent for his modern poetry filled with social consciousness. He had also published numerous poetry books containing the poet's reflection of self and society. Some of his works are Ibong Adarna, Doktrinang Anak Pawis, Mga Retrato at Recuerdo, at Muli sa Kandungan ng Lupa. And a stanza from his masterpiece Magdangal reads, Magbangon ka, aking mutya, mula dagat ng dalita. Pairalin mo sa lupa, ang tarong lagsak at laya. Up next is one of the most recently conferred, Cirilo Bautista. In the year 2014, he was proclaimed as a National Artist for Literature. He is from Sampaloc, Manila, and he produced numerous works such as poems, fictions, and essays. And for the past 40 years, he contributed in the enrichment and promotion of Philippine literature through his workshops, lectures, and writings. And some of his masterpieces are Summer Suns, Galaw ng Asoge, and Words and Battlefield. And in his one essay, The House of True Desire, a part reads, Language, because it is imperfect, cannot encompass experience in its raw and primal condition. To verbalize emotion and action is to decrease their impact. Nick Joaquin. Nick was proclaimed as a National Artist for Literature in the year 1976. He is from Paco, Manila, and he is the most distinguished Filipino writer who uses English as a medium. His literary pieces explore the Spanish colonial past and the social changes evident in the country. And some of his works are Donna Jeronima, The Ballad of Five Battles, The Woman Who Have Two Navels, and The Question of Heroes. We also have Amado Hernandez. Amado was proclaimed as a National Artist for Literature in the year 1973. He is from Tondo, Manila, and he is socially committed and believes that a writer should uplift the human spirit by being the voice of the society in times of oppression. And some of his works are Bayang Malaya, Luha ng Buwaya, at Magkabilang Mukha ng Isang Bagol. We also have Lazaro Francisco. Lazaro was conferred as a national artist for lit in the year 2009. He is from Orani, Bataan and developed the social realist tradition in Filipino fiction. He also gained prominence as a writer not only for his social conscience but also for his masterful handling of the Tagalog language and supple prose style. Some of his works are Ama, Ang Bayang Nagpatiwakal, at The Luyong. Jose Garcia Villa. Jose Garcia Villa was proclaimed as a national artist for literature in the year 1973. He is from Singalog, Manila, and one of the finest contemporary poets regardless of race and language. Some of his works are Footnote to Youth, Many Voices, and Poems by De Vellion. We also have Francisco Shodel Jose, in the year 2001 proclaimed as a national artist for literature. He is from Rosales, Pangasinan, and his writings depicted the Filipinos' aspirations for freedom and justice. Some of his works are Rosales' Saga, My Brother, My Executioner, and The Pretenders. Carlos P. Romulo. Carlos Romulo was proclaimed as a national artist for literature in 1982. He is from Intramuros, Manila, and he wrote series of articles predicting the World War II and became the very first Asian recipient of Pulitzer Prize in Journalism in America. Some of his works are The United, I Walk with Heroes, and I See the Philippines Rise. Alejandro Roses. Alejandro was proclaimed as a national artist for the same field in 2003. He is from Manila, and he is regarded as the best comic short story writer. He entertains readers by giving insightful comparisons of Filipino life. Some of his works are We Filipinos Are Mild Drinkers, My Brother's Peculiar Chicken, and Fiesta. Lastly, we have Carlos Quirino. Quirino was proclaimed as a national artist for literature in the year 1997. He is from Manila and the biographer who wrote The Great Malayan, one of Jose Rizal's biographies. And he is also the first national artist for historical literature. Some of his works are The Great Malayan, Maps and Views of Old Manila, and The Lives of the Philippine Presidents.